All right, good afternoon and welcome. I'm Donald Atabe Sange, and we are members of the Group 6 in respect of the Civics and Ethics assignment. Today we'll be talking about ethics, what is ethics and all what it entails. Firstly, we're going to have the introduction of ethics. Secondly, reasons why we study ethics. We're going to talk of types of ethics and other ethical concepts like prudence and morality, egoism and altruism, collective and social corporate responsibility. The presentation will be done firstly by my colleague.
I'm Kasarachi Onyema, talking about ethics introduction. Firstly, ethic was derived from a Greek word called etika, meaning relating to one's character, which it got its root from ethos, meaning character or moral nature. And this word was transferred to Latin as ethical and into French as ethique, which was then transferred into English. Ethics is a branch of philosophy that talks about systemizing and recommending one's character, that is, differentiating between right and wrong in terms of behavior. Thank you, my other colleague.
I'm called Blanzino Oyere. I'll be taking from the definition of ethics. Ethics is defined as the philosophical study or rational reflection of right and wrong, just and unjust, good and bad in terms of human behavior. And ethics is, the father of ethics is the greatest Greek philosopher, who is Socrates, and it is sourced from law, religion, culture, family. My other colleague will take over.
Once more, I'm Donald, you're welcome back. I'm taking on the second part, which has to do with reasons why we study ethics. So one of the reasons, as I will outline them, is that we study ethics because due to the fact that our ethical values are in constant conflict, and with some being accepted in some part of the countries, for example, homosexuality and lesbianism, which is being accepted in Europe and part and parcel of their culture. Meanwhile, in some African countries, it's being rejected or something bad. That is the more reasons we need to study ethics so as to be able to find out those conflicting values to choose over good and bad. Another reason why we study ethics is that we study ethics so that we should be able to have to provide a stable society and ensure that people live an ethical life. Because if we live an ethical life, we are going to tell the truth to everyone and we are going to be liberal. Another reason for studying ethics, which I'm sure is very good, is that we study ethics to be able to know the different ethical decisions we take in life. The other reasons will be considered by my friend.
I'm called Talent Favor. I'll be talking on the type of ethics. We have several types of ethics. We have the metatic ethic, normative ethic, applied ethic, descriptive ethic. We also have ritual ethic, consequential ethic, relationship ethic. But I'll be talking about the normative ethic. Normative ethic seeks to establish the norms or the standard for morality to correct the behavior. I'll also be talking about applied ethic. Applied ethic concerns the application of ethical theories and the principle to specific particular issue or areas of human behavior. So I will not be passing the floor to my colleague.
Before one of the point, I'm talking about meta-ethics and descriptive ethics. Meta-ethics examines the nature of beliefs, language and reasoning, while descriptive ethics studies how people actually think and behave in moral situations. So I'll pass on to the next one.
I'm called Joy. I'll be talking about the ethical concepts, which are prudence and morality, equity and justice, egoism and altruism, collective corporate social responsibility. So I'll be talking about prudence. Prudence is looking out for one's own personal interest. That is behaving in a way that gains your own interest. And prudence is also based on personal judgment and decision. For example, prudence does not involve disagreement in between third or friends, and therefore prudence is personal and objective.
Alright, morality here simply means looking oneself beyond and Morality here means keeping your interests down and looking. Yeah, I'm called Edwilinda. Morality here means looking beyond one's own interest or what is required. It concerns other people's interests. An example of morality here can be descriptive morality, which it concerns objective questioning of rights and wrongs of persons.
I'm called Mambo Marjorie. I'm going to be talking about ethical concepts, specifically on egoism and altruism, which are two views of human motivation. First, we are going to start with egoism, which is a term that seeks to explain how people pursue their own self-interest. It can also be used to explain actions that appear to be altruistic. Egoism can either be psychological or ethical. Psychological egoism is a situation where a person will always act in their own interests, while ethical egoism is a situation where working in one's own interest is the right thing to do. We move now to altruism, which is a direct opposite of egoism, which is a social behavior that refers to the desire to help others without regard for their own interests. That is to benefit others rather than simply pursuing their own self-interests.
Okay, my name is Tebe Princess, and I'll be talking on justice and equity. Justice is a long-term equity. It looks to create equity in systems as well as individuals. Justice can take equity one step further by fixing the systems in a way that leads to long-term, sustainable, equitable access for generations to come. Social justice is important because it promotes fairness and equity across many aspects of the society. I will give the rest to my colleague.
My name is Bisanga Esther and I'm here to talk about equity. Equity means giving equal treatment to people. My other colleague will come and tell us more of the equity.
My name is Endurance Omadesam. Equity in a nutshell means everyone counts. It means that in respect to being a person, everyone should be treated the same, no matter who they are or what their situation in life is. Thank you.
My name is Obi Kelly Chinere. I'm going to be talking on collective responsibility. Collective responsibility is a convention whereby individual members of the government are held accountable for the actions and decisions of the government as a whole. It is a constitutional convention that has existed since the 18th century and is considered as a cornerstone of cabinet government. In ethics, both methodological individualists and normative individualists question the validity of collective responsibility.
My name is Mariko. I'll be talking on corporate moral responsibility. Corporate moral responsibility is the basic code of conduct, an ethic that should be followed by every entity. Corporate moral responsibility refers to the ethical and moral responsibility, moral obligation of corporation towards stakeholders such as customers, employees, shareholders, suppliers, communities, and its environment. Corporate moral responsibility also talks on the idea that corporations are not only economic agents, but also moral agents that can be held accountable for their actions and decisions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. To conclude, all in all, ethics is very crucial in one's life and create a foundation for living an ethical life. That was all we had for you as Group C is concerned about ethics. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.